All right, hey everybody, Tori here from Overlook Horizon. We are, let's see, can I wear my sunglasses? Yeah, there we go. Oh no, I can't see the map if I do that. Anyways, we're hanging out, we're waiting for the balloon to burst. We're in good shape. So far, so good. We are at 102,600 feet. So we have broken 100,000 feet. We're sitting at 102,693. 102,600, almost 700,000, 100. Wait, no, let's try that again. 102,700 feet is what we're at in altitude. Waiting for that balloon to burst. Should happen any moment. We're expecting within the next 6 or 7 minutes here that it's going to burst. And I'm kind of just watching the map here. That's why I'm looking over to the side. I'm watching the map, waiting for that burst to happen here. Now we're up to 103,000 feet. Could have just waited at the launch point. Yeah, it might end there. Yeah, it is pretty close to the launch point. I did stick around there. Sorry, let's see. I did stick around there for a little while. Went and got something to eat, and now I'm going to try to chase this thing down. But right now I'm just waiting to see that actual burst. So where my chase car is near the prediction, although I have a feeling that's going to change because it hasn't burst yet. So we were expecting somewhere around 105, 108,000. Last reading we got was 103,000. What's it say? 103,887. So we're in almost 104,000. So that burst should happen any moment. And then once it does, then we'll start to get updated predictions on where that landing will be, so that we can try to be at the landing site. Let's see, just got another one, 104,511. So we're up to 104,000 feet now. Your connection's weak. All right, well, sorry if you're getting bad video, but so we're up to 104,500, and we're still climbing. Still going up. We were expecting burst at 12:06. It is 12:01. So within the next 5 minutes, we should be seeing a balloon burst. Could be sooner. Could be later. But things have been going very well. 104,960. Things have been going very well so far. Fingers crossed. But the radio transmissions have been working as they were supposed to. So far, so good. So we're doing great there. The ascent rate on the balloon was right on the money. We were shooting for 850 feet per minute, and we were hitting between 800 and 900 feet per minute throughout. I mean, it kind of fluctuates throughout the flight, but we were right on the money, about right around 850 feet per minute on the ascent rate. So that was right, exactly what we were looking to go for. May even be just a touch on the fast side, but that's probably because once the balloon was filled and it lifted our calibrated jug there, I kind of just added in a little extra gas just because. Wanted to be sure. The last couple times we underinflated it, and I couldn't figure out why, but I think the last jug we had a hole in it, and so that contributed to having the wrong ascent rate. So anyways, we're at 105,500, so 105,500 feet. We're still going up. Oh, nope, just got another one, 106,417. So that's right about at our max record that we've ever hit. Was 106, I think it was 106,427, something like that. So we're 10 feet away from that. Probably going to pass that. So like I said, we're expecting, I think the prediction I ran said 108,000 feet. Was the prediction. So that's what we're looking for here. I'm going to try to show you the map here. I don't know. You're just going to have to kind of look at my computer screen because it's just broadcasting from my phone here. Let's see. Okay, so there's I got a little bit of a glare here. We'll try to do our best here. But there's the balloon right here. You see, this is the predicted flight path. It's trying to recalculate there. You can see it's off a little bit, but it'll recalculate in a moment. This is the predicted landing right now based on its last position. There you go. So it just updated, so now it's got the rest of the flight path on there. Just move the predicted landing a little bit. That predicted landing is Let me switch this back around. The predicted landing on this tracker is pretty good, but it doesn't really start to get accurate until after the burst happens. Once the balloon bursts, then we'll start to see. Well, we have a period of about 2 minutes where the prediction tool just goes crazy, and it'll say like the first 2 or 3 predictions after burst will say that it's going to land in like Toronto or something like that, like something crazy far away. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes, then the landing predictions will get a little more accurate. Let's see. Becky says, how do you increase the chances of higher ascent? So there's a couple things you got to do if you want to get a higher ascent rate. So the easiest, first thing is you go with a bigger balloon. Bigger balloon is going to stretch further. The balloons we use, they should stretch to almost 30 feet in diameter when it breaks at this altitude here. So we just broke 108,000 feet, 108,428 feet now. Anyway, so a bigger balloon will stretch further, allowing it to go a little bit higher. It also helps, you want to try to get the payload as light as possible. Our payload is not that light, comparatively speaking. For like, if you're trying to achieve like a world record for height, like you want a payload that's like 100 grams or 200 grams or something really, really light. Our payload is like 1,600 grams, so like 1,600 grams. So we launch kind of a heavy payload, but that's because we like the cameras. We have 3 cameras in there. That adds to the weight. We got the radio tracking system. We got the backup GPS. So, if you want to set a world record, you really got to slim it right down to the bare minimum. And the other thing you do is if you want to get a higher altitude, generally you want to put less gas in the balloon. Because if there's less gas, it will take longer for that balloon to stretch out to its breaking point. So the slower, if you put less gas in, it'll climb slower. But that also usually means that it will get to a higher point. If you put more gas in, it will climb faster, but usually break sooner because there's more gas pushing out and stretching that balloon. So this flight is definitely. Oh, there we go. We got a burst. We got a balloon burst. So. Last reading I got was 108,902 feet. Good chance it may have gone a little bit higher than that. But looks like we predicted 108,000 feet, and this hit 108,000 feet. That is pretty awesome. So, have you looked at the APRS range before burst? No, I didn't look at I'm assuming, are you talking about the range, like how far away the signal was getting received? I haven't looked at that yet. I will look at that afterwards, but yeah, so we are, let's see, I think I can broadcast and drive at the same time. We'll just set you there. Okay, thanks for the great cut. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I got to go back out to the main road. I'd hate to end this broadcast just to restart it again in a few minutes. Okay, sorry, I had to turn around. Hold on, you're probably hearing my air conditioning go crazy. Let me shut this vent off that it's attached to, so you're not. Bear with me here. There. Okay, vent's off. Now if I can just get my phone to stay straight. All right, so I'm going back out to the main road here. So there, I just took a quick glance over the. Shut this thing off. It's getting kind of annoying on the sound here. Anyways, bear with me one second. I've got to be a safe driver here. Let me get to a stopping point. Because I'd like to, if we can, if the broadcast from the payload holds up, I'd like to have it live so you can actually see it come down. How cool would that be? It might be a long broadcast because we're talking it's probably going to be half an hour before that balloon hits the ground. So we got a long broadcast. The prediction tool, like I said, is going crazy right now. It's putting the landing like out on Lake Ontario. It's not going to go that far, but it'll sort itself out here in just a minute. Let me pull over for a second. It's a good spot here. I'll pull over and fix my phone here so I'm not so crooked. Okay. Alright, we need to turn off this sound so that's not bothering us. Okay, there we go. We turn that off. Alright, let's fix the sorry, we're gonna kind of makeshift this here. Come on now. Can't get the there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so you're just gonna ride along here with me. So I got a pretty good idea on where this is gonna come down, or a rough idea. But I'm waiting for this prediction tool to kind of update itself here and figure out what it's doing. There we go, and it just did. Okay, so now we got kind of an accurate prediction. And let's see, what's the best way to go about doing this? So, all right, we're headed towards Farmbrook. So, if there's anybody watching in the Farmbrook area, right now our predicted landing is pretty close to Farmbrook. So, so we're headed towards Farmbrook in Farmington. We're gonna keep an eye on that payload coming down, and now it's just a race against it's a race with the balloon. We're gonna do our best to try to get there and see it come down here. So we got I don't know, the burst is pretty much right at like 12:05, 12:06, right when we predicted it would burst, which is pretty awesome. So then the payload from there should come down. I think it's like 36 or 37 minutes from burst. Probably be closer to 37 minutes just because it got a little higher. May even be 38 or 39 minutes. But so from let's see. So that was 12:05. That would be like 12:40 to 12:45, somewhere in there is when we would be touching the ground. Oh boy, what's going on here? We got a lot of traffic. This doesn't look promising. I don't like the look of this. Not sure what's going on. We got a little bit of a traffic backup. Jeff's backyard. Yep, indeed. Might be landing right in Jeff's backyard. It's still saying Farmbrook. Sorry, you gotta bear with me because I'm trying to drive, and I know I'm live broadcasting while I'm driving. But we gotta. Oh, there's a lane closure. That's what's going on. All right. Well, I'm that guy that just tried to pass everybody in the lane that's closed in 100 feet. So I guess I'm moving over here. All right. Well, that lane was closed, so I guess I can't go down there. Okay. Question is, how do we get out of this traffic here? Because this is not going to hold up well if we're trying to race to the balloon. But luckily, landing zone is only about I don't know, 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away maybe. So it's still putting it right in Farmbrook. So hopefully it doesn't land on somebody's house, or scare somebody as it comes down. If so, you better bring him a 6-pack of beer. Yeah, I know, right? How funny would that be if it landed right in his yard? Oh, now we just had a big prediction jump, and that's headed over to Victor Hills Golf Course. That could be interesting. So the new update is Victor Hills Golf Course. We're gonna go try to get over there as fast as we can here. Just get past all this traffic. There we go. All right, so we're free. Yep, now we're headed towards Victor Hills Golf Course. That's where our landing is putting us. That could still change, but we're under parachute. We're coming down. Now we're we're gonna try to race there. So stick with us. What does that say? What road are you on? I'm on 332. 332, headed towards Farmington. And I'm gonna make a left in about 5 minutes here to go towards Victor Hills Golf Course, and we're gonna see if we can meet this thing. I don't see anything in the sky yet, but that's to be expected. It's still pretty high up there. We're still 56,000 feet. Coming down, comes down fast. We were just a few minutes ago, we were at 108,000 feet. Now we're at 56,000 feet. So it comes down fast. The first, right about 40 or 50,000 feet is when the parachute finally starts to kick in, and it'll start slowing that ascent rate down. But the first, the first 60 or 70,000 feet is just in free fall, and it comes down in a hurry, like a couple, 100 and 120 miles an hour or something like that. I guess the new updates is back to Farmbrook. So it's not Victor Hills anymore. But that could still change. Usually this prediction tool, it usually gets the rough area pretty good, but it will a lot of times it overshoots the actual landing. Like I don't know. Usually the last I think part of it is, I'm not sure if it takes into account the elevation of the ground, and part of it is just when the payload finally drops below a certain the last 5,000 feet, it doesn't have much horizontal movement anymore. It almost comes straight down at that point. So usually this prediction tool kind of overshoots the landing a little bit, but we're gonna go. I'm not sure where we're gonna go. We're gonna try it. Kind of a busy area. So we're gonna head down that direction. It's coming down. We're still 50,000 feet. No way we're gonna be able to see it. We probably won't see it until it gets to maybe 5,000 feet. We might see it. Might even be like 2,000 feet. But it's only the last couple of like the last 2 or 3 minutes that we'll be able to see it. I've only ever been at the landing site once. That was on Overlook Horizon 5, and we only saw it. We saw it like 10 seconds before landing, and that was it. So I'm hoping if I can get to this landing spot before. Well, I think I'm pretty much there. Yeah, we're gonna try to. I don't know what the plan is going to be. I'm going to guess that it's not going to go across 332 here. Hopefully it doesn't land on 332. That would just be very unfortunate. We're just going to turn in here, see if we can find a place right over by my friend Jim's house. Not sure if he's watching. Jim, if you're watching, come outside and look for a balloon. Somebody, Liz, you should text Jim. Tell him to look for a balloon. All right, so we're in a bit of a clearing here. I think I'm going to pull over right there. Looks about right. Is that right? Or am I too far north? No, this should be right. Okay, so we're gonna put the car in park here. Kind of a busy area. All right, so let me show you what's going on here. Thanks for riding along. All right, here's our map. We are under parachute. We're waiting for this final little zigzag here. Sorry, it's not focusing, but there we go. We're waiting for this final little zoop right around there, and once it does that, then we'll start to get this this rounded picture here, and we'll get an idea of where we're going to actually land. So this, I don't know why this says I'm here. This is not where I am. I'm here. So I'm right here on the map, waiting for this guy to come down. So under parachute, we in case you missed it, we hit 108,000 feet. 108,992 was the max that was broadcasted. So the payload only broadcasts every minute or so. So there's a good chance we got a broadcast of 108,992. There's a good chance that passed through 109,000 feet. So because we're only 8 feet left to go. And even if it didn't, the balloon would have been over 109,000 feet. So anyways, let's see. Jason, did it follow the projected path? Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, the shape is very close to what the prediction was. So it followed the shape very well. Some deviations. It's a little bit further north than I expected it to be, but not by much. Maybe just a mile or two. But that could still change. I mean, we're still coming down here. But yeah, we're still pretty close. Very close to the launch site. Like, I bet we're under 10 miles, so we could hit a single digit downrange distance on this recovery. I'm hoping for. I don't know why just single digits sounds appealing to me. Anyway, yeah, so we're waiting it out here. Sorry, my phone's vibrating. Let's see, I got notifications, something. All right, anyways, that's awesome. Certainly helpful on a solo day. Yeah, definitely helpful solo to have a short recovery. Now we just got to see where this guy is going to land. We're still waiting on, let's see, last signal we received was 1 minute ago. That's normal, 40,000 feet still waiting on that little zigzag to happen. We're waiting. Oh, there, it looks like it just did happen. So now it's going to round out that path there. Just going to wait. That landing prediction there should update shortly. There it goes. So it just updated. Now it's coming way over there. So we'll see. That's a pretty good landing area. We got the other. Let's see. We want to go. Let's see. Do we have a hybrid here or satellite? We're looking for farm fields, ideally. This is a little bit populated. But we're waiting on, that's not too bad. This could be okay. I think that's a racetrack. That's Finger Lakes Racetrack. So now the question just becomes, how hard is it going to be to retrieve it? And whoever's property it lands on, are they going to be nice about letting us retrieve it? We don't have anything. We don't have anything too scary in that department. It's not like, we've always thought about what happens if we land in like a prison or something like that. There's no water around here, so that's good. We shouldn't have a water landing. There's no. We could land in a tree. That's always possible. There's trees everywhere. Could land in a field. That'd be fantastic. Hopefully we stay out of power lines. That would be the most ideal situation. But let's see. What are we at? 35,000 feet. So it's up there. I'm kind of just scanning the sky. I don't think I'll be able to see it at 30,000 feet. It's still... And we got some cloud cover now. Let's see. Let me switch this over. So we got cloud cover now. There's the clouds. So it's going to be tough to see coming down above cloud level. Is going to be tough to see. But when it gets below cloud level, should be able to see it. And that just depends on if I'm in the right spot or not. So I'm just kind of hanging out here for a second just to see. It's still updating that prediction path. So we're about, let's see, 12:23. We're expecting like 12:40, 12:45, somewhere in there is when touchdown will be. So we're just waiting on that. So we're about 20 minutes out, 15-20 minutes to landing. Now it's taking a little bit of a deviation. Now we're at 32,000 feet. We took a little. Let's show you the map here again. Here we go. So there was the prediction there, and then it kind of took it a little sharp turn. So we'll see how that affects the landing prediction. That'll get updated here shortly. Let's see. Come on, update. So we're just waiting on that. We're down to 32,000 feet. Still holding strong. Battery looks good. Temperatures look good. Yeah, no issues at the moment. There we go. There's an updated prediction. So that's putting it out on the other side of 332. So I may have to go across the road. But I mean, I'm in a decent spot there. You can see my chase car is pretty accurate to where I am now. That's pretty much right where I am. So I'm just waiting this out to see where it's going to go and where I should go. So I got to wait. It's probably going to come down to about the last 5 minutes or so. Oh, yeah, there's another big deviation from the prediction. We'll see how that adjusts the flight path prediction here. Could land right in Jim's backyard. Somebody ought to text Jim, tell him we got a balloon coming in his backyard. So there we go. That's been updated again. Now we're back in the Farmbrook area on that prediction. So still coming down. What are we at? 30,000 feet. So at some point here, it should cross the road right straight in front of me here. I'm kind of watching the sky. I don't think I'll be able to see it from that high up. I mean, we're talking a 4 foot wide orange parachute. I don't think you're going to see that at 30,000 feet. I mean, you see it at 2,000 feet probably, but I don't think you see it at 30,000 feet. So now it's just a waiting game. Have some of my drink. I'm just talking away, getting thirsty. Excuse me for that. So yeah, that's so we're getting more updates. It's looking more and more like a Farmbrook landing, but we will see. We're pretty close. It's looking like it's going to pass right over the top of 332. Hopefully, it keeps on going, and it looks like it's going to pass almost right directly over the top of me where I'm standing right now. So we're just waiting. I'm waiting to see, it should be crossing the road here soon, but I don't think I'm going to see it. 27,000 feet we're at. 27,000. Coming down, we are 1227, so that's, what's that, about 15, well, we're still like 15, 20 minutes out. Maybe a little less, but, sorry, I'm just looking at batteries are looking good, temperatures are looking good, satellite's looking good, radio broadcasting is working well so far, fingers crossed. It's just got to make it through this next 15 minutes here. Got 15 minutes left. See if it can make it through. So it's pretty much set. We got a nice little clearing here in the cloud. Nice clearing in the clouds there, and it should be passing right directly over there any second here. I mean, I don't think you're going to see it, but I guess it's possible. I mean, that'd be pretty awesome if you could see it. I mean, I think, you guys watching the broadcast especially aren't going to be able to see it just because it'd be so tiny on the screen, but just showing you what I'm looking at, because you got this big gaping hole in the clouds right in a perfect spot. Hopefully it stays there. And just looking to see if I see any sort of resemblance of an orange parachute up there. I mean, it's small, 4 feet in diameter, so not a very big parachute. But see if we can see it anywhere. Let's see. We just got a radio transmission. It said it was almost pretty much directly over the road. But I don't see anything. I've got nothing. Yeah. it's going to be impossible to see at that altitude. What are we at? 23,000 feet? Well, it's getting closer. It's coming down. But I don't see anything. I see nothing up there. Just scanning the sky. I see nothing at the moment. Mike says, dude, you need a carrier for that helium tank. You're scaring me. I know. We should have a carrier for that helium tank, but we don't. Yeah, it's not the safe way to do it. You shouldn't carry a helium tank inside the car. But I actually just got a trailer hitch on my car. Just installed it this past weekend, so hopefully I can carry it in a trailer outside the car going forward. But wasn't ready for this launch here. But yeah, I still see nothing. We see a plane, but that's well above our balloon. We're now to 21,000 feet, and this is going to be pretty close to where I am. Yeah, I might even turn around so I'm facing the other direction. Then I can actually get out of the car and start scanning the sky as well. We're now down to 21,000 feet. We're talking we should be we're in the 10 to 15 minute range here now. So there's that's where we are. There's the balloon. There's our predicted landing. So we're getting there. Yeah, we're 10 to 15 minutes out here. I think I'm going to turn around here, so I'm facing the other direction in case we got to move. So let's set this up here real quick. All right, let's see if we can turn the car around. A lot of traffic in this area, so wait for some cars to go by. But we're going to try to turn this around just so I'm facing the other direction. Oh, quick little turn. Blocking traffic. There we go. Let's see, what are we looking like? It's pretty much, it's going to go right over the top of me, it looks like. The real downside, though, is there are a lot of power lines around here. I don't like that. There's also kind of a swampy-ish area that I also don't like the look of. Alright, let's see. I'm going to get out of the car. Unplug my battery. Let's see if we can get out of the car here. We'll keep an eye on that. I think it's going to... almost looks like it's going to land right at my feet. Why the broadcast paused. We're back though, I think. Yeah, so it almost looks like it's going to land right at my feet here. Let's see if I can get out of the car. Well, I don't know what my plan is here for this. We're at 16,000 now. 16,000 feet. It's a good chance if it lands in this stuff, I may have to go get boots or pants or something. I hear a plane going by, and it sounds low. It's not what you want to hear when your balloon's coming down here. Now, of course, as soon as I turn around, now it looks like the landing's going to be the other direction behind me. Let's put boots on the checklist. Yes, we have boots on our checklist and pants, but we're so close to home that we didn't pack them because, you know, we can just turn around and go get them pretty quickly. So, oh yeah, I gotta get back in the car, and I don't see it yet, but it's coming. It's very, very close. So, you just hold on 1 second here. I'll turn around in this little side road here. We are it's going to be crossing the road. I can't get my seatbelt on. Going to be crossing the road any moment. We had 11,000 feet. It's really getting close, and it's this is all farm. It looks like it. Well, these are like weeds and trees and stuff that it looks like it's going to land in, and I don't see it yet. It's still at 11,000 feet, which is it's up there still. Coming back towards me. 10,000. Get out of the car when these trucks go by. I don't see anything yet. I got nothing so far. Here, I'll let you scan the sky with me. I want to see you catch it. I don't think that's going to happen because it's still 10,000 feet and there's no road over. There's no road towards that landing spot. What are we at? 10,000. Haven't gotten an update yet. So should be crossing the road any second at 10,000 feet. But I don't see it. See a plane. Plane going by. They're way above. Way above the balloon at this point. We should be less than 10,000 feet. What are we at? 8,000 now. It's crossed the road. 8,000 and it's across the road, and there's a lot of clouds over there. So I bet it's still above cloud level. I don't know what the plan is here. It's almost 8,000. I guess I keep turning around. 8,000 feet, looking like it's landing right on Route 332. I know that's what I really don't want to happen. I do not want it to land on 332. I mean, it would easier than charging through the woods, but where are we? All right, I got to get turned around here. We are 6,000 feet, and it's behind me here. I'll loop around. Head to Prosecco's. Yep, that's the direction I'm going. Headed that way. We gotta go up 332 just a little bit. I hope it doesn't land on 332. Because it's getting close. 5,500 feet. Coming down. Making the turn. And I'm looking for it. I'm looking, but I don't see it. Sure where I am in relation to the balloon, but we got to be pretty close. Where are we at? 4,500 feet. This is a super busy road to be on. Actually, here, let's pull right up. Pull right up to here. 4,500 feet. Let's see what we got here. Alright, I'm looking for it. 4,000 feet, we should see it here. I can't really tell if it's north or south of where I'm standing. I mean, 4,000 feet, I would expect that maybe I'd see it. We got nothing so far. Prosecco's parking lot. Watch across the road. Alright, we can try Prosecco's. It's really hard for me to tell. Hard for me to tell on the map where that landing is, but I think that sounds like a good idea. Prosecco's is just up the road here from me. Come racing up here. You know what's across the street from Prosecco's is the state trooper's office. The state trooper barracks. Hopefully it doesn't land in the state trooper's barracks, although they might find it interesting. Alright, we're at 2,700 feet. Should be right over the top of me here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, it is literally like right behind the building here. What is it? What's it say for elevation? 2,000 feet, right behind Prosecco's. I don't see it. Looks like it's gonna land out there. I'm not seeing it anywhere. $1,500. Looks like it's crossing right behind us here. So we should be pretty close. Man, I don't know. Looks like it's coming down on this side of the road. 2,400 directly west of Prosecco's. 1,500 terrace apartment. Oh, look at this! Look at this! It's right here. I'm gonna catch it. Look at this! Boom! I got it! Look at that! How awesome was that? I literally caught the line. That is awesome. How about that? I can't believe that just happened. Oh, well, there it is. I just looked up and all of a sudden it was right there.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Indeed, that was pretty awesome. I just caught the payload. Wow. And we're in a nice field. Look at this. Although, I mean, one thing that's a little bit disconcerting is the landing alarm's not going off. That should be off right now. But our landing alarm's not going off. What am I stuck on here? If I don't have to go into these deep weeds, I don't want to do it if I don't have to. There we go. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Here's the balloon. Looks like we got most of it back. We got a little bit of shreds that went around the line here. That's kind of interesting. That's really interesting. It's not attached to the main balloon, but it got caught in the line. That's weird. Never seen that. Wow, I've always wanted to catch it. I know. I've always wanted to just be that close, but I don't know. You have to tell me how that looked on camera, because I couldn't. I was just running for it, and I couldn't tell if you could actually see it coming down on camera. But look at this. Oh man. Wow. Well, first of all, it's freezing. Like, you touch this balloon and it's ice cold. Second of all, look at that ball right there. And ball of knotted latex, and I mean, it's freezing. It's so cold. It's like, I'm surprised there's not ice on it. It's so cold. Yeah, there it is. It was incredible. Congratulations. Thank you, Becky. Appreciate it. Best recovery ever. Thanks, Mike. That was definitely my best recovery ever, especially since I legit caught the payload. That was fun to follow. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. Yeah, this is just a big giant ball of latex here. But looks like we got most of it back. Everything seems to be intact here for the most part. And the only thing that's a little bit concerning is the landing alarm is not sounding. That should be, landing alarm should be going off, but we've had trouble with that before, so not a huge issue. Landed right on schedule too, 12:43 or so. Oh yeah, perfect. That was right when, I think 12:43 is what we predicted. So let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna set you guys down for just a second so I can wrap this stuff up here. Hold on. Just hang out for a minute. We'll get it opened up and see what's happening. All right, we got it all wrapped up. There we go. Whew. Okay, how about that? Sorry, I got my collar popped up. It's just because I'm pretty sure I got sunburned during the launch today. Don't have any sunscreen on. I don't normally wear a popped collar. Not that guy. Anyway, so there we have it right there. Payload, easy recovery. Looks like the tracking system worked the whole way. I legit caught the payload as it landed right in front of me. That was incredible. That was by far the best recovery I've been a part of so far. Path was incredibly accurate to the predictions. Yeah, the whole shape of it, whole shape of that path pretty much followed right along with the predictions. Oh, look at this. I didn't even see that. Hold on. Kind of surprised that it's still working, but the antenna broke through the bottom of the box and is just dangling out here. So that's not good, but it's still attached, so there's a plus. Let's see if we can get this thing disconnected here. Let's see. Where can I put you guys? Will that work right there? Yeah, how about that? Okay. Alright, let's get this guy opened up here. Let's see what lights are on and what it looks like. looks to be in pretty much the same shape that I left it, so that's always a good sign. Nothing too alarming from the outside. Not that I would expect anything, but all right. Now let's see if we can get it opened up. I don't know why the landing alarm's not sounding. We'll have to look at the video, and we'll look at the onboard data to find out what happened there. On the plus side, what I call the anomaly alarm, which is on the side here, that's the alarm that's not supposed to ever sound, and if the anomaly alarm's going off, it means something went wrong. So the anomaly alarm's not going off. I don't have it go off if something fails with the landing alarm. It's really just if something major fails on the flight computer, it'll sound off. There we go. Are we free? Are we open? Oh, I'm still attached to something. Where am I attached? There we go. Okay. Looks good. Brandon, will you be uploading footage of the flight cameras? Yeah, definitely. It usually takes me a little bit to put those together, but I actually haven't even uploaded footage from the last flight, Overlook Horizon 7. So I'm going to be putting 7 and 8 up, probably pretty close. We might even do like a little preview video. Oh, look at this. So, oh, it's cold in here. You can just feel the cold air coming out of the box. And look at, I don't know if you can tell this on video, but this is like frosty. Got condensation on it. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. And even the batteries, like, got some crazy condensation on the batteries. We probably should shut this off before anything major happens. And you can see my little, so this is the plug that we were having issues with at launch time, and I just kind of left it here because it was working, and I was like, I'm not touching it. Is that a Raspberry Pi setup? No, this is an Arduino. We use Arduino instead of Raspberry Pi. Very similar. A lot of people use Raspberry Pis, but we use Arduino. So our flight computer is an Arduino. These are our main batteries for the computer. These are the batteries for the camera. So much condensation. All right, I gotta shut it off. Oh, there's the anomaly alarm because I shut off the computer, but there. I didn't hear the camera shut off when I pulled the power, so that's not promising. But we'll see. We'll see how we made out there. I want to get everything powered off because we're getting a lot of condensation here, and I don't like that. So I really hope that at least the side cameras worked, especially since I caught the payload. Anyways, everything looks pretty good. So we're gonna. Yeah. So here's the plan. I'm gonna get this thing back home. Oh, here, wait, before I do that, I want to take the antenna out. It's kind of crazy how cold everything is. I mean, I guess I've never been this close to the landing before, so I've never felt it immediately upon landing. But yeah, so everything's in good shape, it looks like, other than condensation. Everything's still in place where it's supposed to stay. Nothing moved. Nothing. No cameras fell out of their holes. Their holding locations there. All the external components are there. So we're gonna go. That's gonna wrap up Overlook Horizon 8. I'm gonna take this home. I'm gonna get it into get all the whatever footage or data that we got. That makes me think about packing desiccants in my payload box. I had a similar problem at GPSL. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Because yeah, there was so much condensation, and it's tough to say where that condensation occurred. Like, it could have just occurred on landing because it's pretty hot out right now, so it might have just occurred, right here in the last few minutes. But still, a lot of condensation. But anyway, so plan is I'm gonna take it home. I'm only about 10 minutes away from home, so I'm gonna take it home. We're gonna get this, get the data off of it. We'll see what we have, and I will definitely get some photos up today, and then video footage.
what I want to do is I'm going to do a live broadcast and try to we'll take a look at kind of raw footage for both flights, 7 and 8, if assuming that we have footage for 8. I know we have it for 7, but assuming we have some footage for 8, we'll look at footage kind of in its raw form, and then I'll put together a more formal video and put it on YouTube at some point. But I don't know when that'll be. Maybe tonight. I'm going to see what I can get through, and maybe later tonight I'll do a live broadcast with a little first look at our video footage from this flight, assuming we have some video footage. We were having some issues with the camera, so I know at least one camera was having issues. I didn't hear the side cameras power off when I shut off the switch, which is concerning, but hopefully there's something there. So anyways, so keep an eye out, follow the Facebook page. We'll put some photos up. Definitely photos will go up today, assuming there's photos in here. And then maybe a live broadcast tonight with a first look at some video footage. So, all right, thanks everybody for following. That was awesome. I'm pretty pumped, and glad I got to share that with everybody. Hopefully you got to see the landing on video. I couldn't really tell where I was pointing the camera when I was running towards it. So, anyway, so that's all for now. Look for another broadcast a little bit later, and thanks again for following along. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks, guys. Take care.